All right, hey everyone, welcome to our sixth Breath of the Wild any percent match today. We've got a winner's bracket round two with iTNTPiston and SlyZorua. On comms today, we've got Noman and Tao. How's it going, guys?
Going well, ADN. How are you, Noman?
Doing good, doing good.
Well, I am excited for this match. So I think it's evening for the both of us, but this is a intercontinental match with Sly in Australia, Piston on the west coast of the US. And I also think, yeah.
I think this match is going to be a very exciting one, actually, because both these runners are really good, and they're also both very consistent. So it should be exciting to watch.
Yes, Sly's got a low 27 PB. I think Piston recently just got a 27. Hasn't even submitted it to the leaderboards yet. And I interviewed Piston in previous rounds, and he said he's bringing his PB strats every round. So I'm looking forward to seeing some high level play.
So that's another interesting thing, actually, is that if they're both going to be taking a lot of risky strats, that's both good and bad. Because, like, often in races, there's race strats that you kind of have to go for. There's the safer ones that are, that everybody pretty much always does, but except, when it is this close, you kind of have to go for the riskier stuff.
Yeah, because if you don't go for the riskier stuff, you're basically hoping for your opponent to mess up at some point. And with runners of this caliber, that's not something that you might want to bet on. So I'm gonna make a prediction. I think Piston's gonna go Boko Shield. I'm not 100% certain, and obviously, like, the runners can make a race time decision on that. But that's my prediction for the early run.
Honestly, I have no idea which way this can go. It's going to be really hard to tell.
Yeah, do you have any sense of if Sly is going all out with his strats, or if he's holding back a little bit?
I'm not exactly sure. I mean, I don't even think I really watched Sly do his previous race or qualifiers, so I'm actually not sure. I haven't talked to Sly about what his strategy is going to be for this.
Okay, well, we're gonna find out together then. Because I know at the start of the tournament, Piston was practicing what Rosin calls gamer Bogo Shield. So if he can pull that off, that's going to be a sight to see.
I have seen Piston do a lot of gamer Boko Shield, actually. Yeah, I have seen him even do it in qualifiers. So he has been pretty consistent with it. So hopefully that goes well for him.
All right, we're going to watch both these runners clip out. Back-to-back clips from our view. All right, let's see what shield these two go for.
Looks like they're both opting for Potlid. They're both actually opting for Potlid this run.
Oh, I'm 0-1 on predictions right now. Piston going for Potlid, Sly going for Potlid. Sly getting the mushrooms, Piston says no.
It's an interesting decision. A lot of people opt to get the mushrooms because it's only a 2.5 second hex prompt, but technically, because it is amiibo, you could just pick up extra fish if you're confident that you can get through stasis.
Yeah, it would protect against a hit in the Boko camp and possibly Swiffy jump.
Both of those things would be like about 30 seconds time loss, so it would just be safer to get the mushrooms.
All right, so Piston decides to play a little safe with Potlet, but he's going to take the risk and bet that he's going to make it through this camp unscathed. So let's see how he does. A little shadow of Gamer Boko Shield there, knocking both Bokos back.
That looked identical. Both those shield surfs.
Both runners get fast climb. Both runners are going for skew on the side of the shrine. Well, Piston opting for that part of the platform, and Sly using the bean.
Yeah, that part of the platform, that is a skew that Rosin came up with. That is a very consistent skew. I use it a lot in races as well. Because strangely enough, when you get skew on the bean, it can sometimes vary, and it can make the angle for stasis clip also kind of vary a little bit. You can have to adjust your setup.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. Like if just being off to the left or right a little bit, then your clip-in angle has to be adjusted left or right. And we've seen a bunch of runners, take 3 or 4 attempts on that clip-in. And Sly needed a couple there.
I'm actually surprised I didn't see either of them go for the snow skew for stasis.
Yeah, is the snow skew sort of accepted now as like the fastest option?
Yeah, I think so, because it lets you pre-aim for the clip before you even get to the spot. You can pre-position your camera, then just throw, aim, and flip immediately. And so snow skew actually would be the fastest option. It's also very lenient, so you don't have to be too precise with your setup.
A bunch of fans of snow skew are speaking up in chat, so guess these runners going against the grain right now with their strats. Man, I was really looking forward to Piston going all out. So I wonder what other safety strats he's building in here. Maybe he's feeling the challenge from Sly and needs that consistency.
I don't blame him for going Polid, because just getting through stasis is pretty important. Honestly, the few seconds that you can save with Boko Shield usually don't factor into whether you win the race or not. But a death on the Boko camp could actually matter a lot.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen runner Sprinkles literally waste time before picking up the Sheikah slate and still advance in this tournament. So early time loss is not that big of a deal, it seems. Piston gets 4 yellow fish from 2 scans. And Sly has enough fish from 2 scans as well.
Wow, this is so synced up. It is incredible. I feel like I say that every race, but honestly, people being synced up after amiibos is something else, because it is just complete RNG.
All right, there can be some variation here in the cryo PTB setup too. So Piston's doing the backflip. That gets you a slightly better angle, and you spend less time in bullet time. Sly got a turn from the Boko. I wonder where this is sending him.
He's definitely going to have to fall damage cancel and climb up the mountain.
Yeah. Piston got a great angle. Just a couple steps away from the shrine. Needs a few ESC attempts before getting in. Let's see how Sly does with ESC.
That
Also,
that was also 3 attempts for both of them.
all right, given Piston went for Potlet, I think he's just going to do the regular cryo route rather than wall jump. Okay, I'm going to go out on a limb and make another prediction there.
I'm gonna make the prediction that Sly does wall jump. I feel like he's pretty confident in it. It's a consistent strat, and he even made the tutorial for it.
Piston goes for a wall jump. I'm over 2 on Piston.
Oh
But
my god!
Piston just decides to go up the ramp rather than do the cryo block jump. I mean, Sly literally made the tutorial for wall jump, so let's see what he does. Also wall jump. First try.
Wow, both of them nailed it. That's incredible.
Cryo skip. Sly picks up a second, maybe. Yeah, I remember Piston saying, "Well, cryo wall jump. That's just SCW inputs." So, and
Yeah,
Piston runs a category with like 13 SCWs in it.
it's not wrong.
That looks like a good angle for Piston on Mag BTB.
Wow, that was incredibly close to just not even being a launch.
And we see it's really, really low too. So he's going to cut it short early and run the rest of the way. Ooh, I didn't catch what happened there with Sly, but he reloaded pretty quickly.
Yeah, he did a slightly late bullet time, and he slid off the Boko's back. Looked like he was just barely off.
Ooh, Boko
Oh,
noticed him there. Oof.
unfortunate. Sometimes that Boko can actually just randomly notice you for reasons we don't know. It's pretty unfortunate. I remember
Yeah, it looked
seeing
like Sly's arrow shot at his positioning. They were all what you'd expect and just instant notice.
a clip from Majestic a long time ago where he posted it and he said, "Why did the Boko notice me?" Nobody could explain it. Not a single person.
All right, Sly, third time's the charm. Gets a good angle, lands on the shrine. Quick first clip, quick second clip. I feel obliged to say hi, Greg, here.
Do you have any predictions on what minute their run is going to end up as? Like, what do you think Piston's going to get, a 27 or 28 or?
Ooh, Pistons at a clean plateau. I mean, I am hoping for sub 30 runs from both these runners. I think that would be pretty awesome to see. And Sly, even with a couple reloads, could still be on pace for that. Ooh, falls in the water from there.
I feel like so far everything you've said about Piston, right? You've been like, what, over 2, over 3. You could say something like, "Well, Piston's not going to get a 24," and then like we can pray.
Piston gets the box walk and bombs BTE off no problem. Ooh, a little left, a little far on the angle there. We see Piston clear skew there before activating the Bomb Shrine pedestal. Most likely going for a low angle castle BTB. Sly slips off of the box. It's going to swim across here. I'll say, no, man, I don't think I've ever gotten the feel for how fast you're supposed to walk on that box walk. Oof. Sly slips off the Boko's back again. He's going to be running to Bomb Shrine.
It's unfortunate because there's, like I was talking about earlier, there's race decisions where, like, you know, there's sometimes where you can get like a bad BTB, but you just kind of have to keep going because if you reload, you have like an infinite potential amount of misses. So it would just be a better idea to keep going. But there's sometimes where you miss it and you just have to reload. And Sly is unfortunately getting those misses where he either just, you know, has to reload like on Mag BTB, or the reload is just even slower than running it like it is for Bombs BTB.
Yeah, this is a long run.
Yeah.
He's going to heal back up because he needs to be at full hearts, or it's safest to be at full hearts for the wind bomb in the shrine. Well, having some trouble with the elevator clip there. Finally gets it. Piston's got a quick setup for the wind bomb to trees. Lands a bit far away.
I've got to say, Piston is playing really well. This is probably on PB pace. Like, he has I think, mid to high 15 plat in his PB. And so this would actually be ahead of his PB currently.
Yeah, he's heading in to the glider cutscene, just short of 16 minutes race time. So he's going to grab the paraglider, and that's going to be a low 15 plat for him.
All right, he should be very ahead.
Whoa, what happened there with Sly?
What just happened? I actually cannot tell what happened on Sly's screen.
Did he just accidentally double tap L and detonate the bomb behind him? Ooh. Survives at a quarter heart from the ragdoll. Piston, Castle BT, late bullet time.
It was 1 frame late on that bullet time. He's going to have to... Oh, he's picking up his arrow. That's really smart. He does need that arrow because he's going to need it later for blights. In case he does not get one from the crates.
Yeah, the runners need exactly 7 arrows for the boss rush, so every single one counts. A lot of places where a runner could back it up from here are kind of RNG. Alright, after that strange mishap, Sly is out of bombs. Alright, so I'd assume Piston's doing 3 ancient arrows, or that both runners are doing 3 ancient arrows, right?
I know for a fact that Sly absolutely does 3 ancient arrows. I tried to convince Sly once to do 6 ancient arrows because with his plateau it would be very easy PB, but he really wants to go for a huge PB, so he often does 3 ancient arrow.
Well, I'm going to make that my third prediction. I could go 0 for 3 here. We're going to see some mid-air wind bombs from both of these runners. Piston had to glide a really long distance at the gate, but still gets unloaded.
Interesting. He throws the bomb. I've never seen that one before. Oh, actually, I know that Piston has had a lot of drift problems with his left stick, and so because of the drift, he can sometimes walk a little too fast and alert the moblin.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's why he does throw that bomb there. Even as unconventional as it is, he has a lot of controller issues.
Sly gets the frame on Castle BTB. I can also imagine that throwing the bomb there, if your execution is good, that you could probably save a little bit of time over the slow creeping walk up to the moblin. But that would be really dependent on execution.
I'm not certain about it, but I do know that once the moblin is distracted, you can run, you could do anything, and he won't notice you. So it could technically, I guess, be faster than walk speed.
I'm 0 for 3. Piston is going for 6 ancient arrows. I'm gonna message Piston later. I was expecting a risky, a high risk, high reward run, but he's playing it safe.
This is a really clean 6 ancient arrow castle right here. This actually is a very good inbounds run.
Yeah, pretty good movement throughout. It'll look like Piston picked up an extra 5-pack of arrows from the crates somewhere, so he won't have any arrow issues. Really didn't need to pick up that single arrow there, but I guess that's probably just muscle memory. Oh, or did I just miscount? Anyway, he has enough arrows.
I actually cannot see the number. I have the quality turned down quite a bit. So...
Well, Sly is cooking. Piston's setting up for Windblight skip. There we go. Sly is going out of bounds, like you said.
Having extra arrows for 6 ancient arrow isn't a problem. That's a good point. For 6 ancient arrow, there's really no point where you ever have to be menuing or extra menuing because you have extra arrows, because you shoot all 6 ancient arrows right at the start, and because you're on 0 arrows, it automatically equips the bomb arrows. So having extra arrows shouldn't matter for him.
Ooh, Sly. Ooh. Didn't get the sneak strike on the first hit, so that cost him a durability on the Claymore.
As long as he gets the headshot on Water Blight, he should have 1 durability, like, that he can waste on the Claymore, so he should be fine still. As long as Blights go smoothly, of course.
Alright. Piston is approaching the wake-up headshot. Oof. Was that an awkward angle there? Water Blight was kind of flopping around and missed that, so he's gonna spend 2 durability on his Claymore to finish the phase.
If he got the Razor Shroom by breaking the box with the Claymore, then his Claymore might have a chance of breaking early on Thunderblight when it comes to Piston's Blight routing.
I don't think Piston picked up the Razor Shroom. I think his fish was good enough for it. Yeah, he had like 4 carp. Alright, Sly gets Windblight skip. Piston get the fast Fire Blight 1 here?
It's a very good Fire Blight 1 cycle right there. I've seen Piston practice that a lot in VC. I've had to sit in VC and watch Piston do that a lot. Quite a bit.
Okay, Piston's out of Thunderblight 1. So we'll see how Sly does with the wake-up headshot. He's got it.
Some really good double hits on Thunderblight. On Thunderblight Phase 2, it's pretty janky to actually get those double hits. It doesn't work like it does for like the tree. Often you have to position yourself really differently. Position Thunderblight diagonally on the right rather than on the left.
Well, Piston doing a slightly different weapon route. He's still holding on to his 6 Ancient Arrows.
I've been experimenting with this recently, where you flurry at the beginning, and then you do the 6 Ancient Arrows after the spins and throw with this Royal Guard Claymore. And actually, I find it to be faster. I find it to be, or at least, I find it to give instant laser a lot more often. I'm not certain if that's entirely true, but I feel like when I did it with the 6 Ancient Arrows and then the Flurry Rush, I would never get an instant laser.
Well, Piston's got a physical attack, followed by a laser. Yeah, so then Piston's weapon routing just mirrors the shield breaks on the laser parry. He's got to run for a backup. So Piston's Calamity 1 weapon routing will just mirror the 3 Ancient Arrow routing, except he just has 6 later on. Calamity goes to the wall. This is time that Sly can use to catch up.
I like to clarify that with 6 Ancient Arrow, the fastest thing to do is to not flurry at all and to just fire 6 Ancient Arrows.
Right.
And then bait an attack. Piston heading into the stun lock. He's got really good hits here. He's getting triple hits, it seems.
Okay, well, Sly remembers on 3 Ancient Arrows, so needs this Flurry Rush to have enough damage to finish the phase. And I think this is the moment where it's important that Sly didn't have any extra arrows, because the bomb arrows just auto-equip here because he's out of normal arrows. Where is that Claymore? Little unfortunate for Sly there. Calamity was actually too far away, and the ZL targeting wasn't locking on, so he couldn't parry that first laser. Pistons through the stun lock and into Dark Beast.
This is really unfortunate for... Oh my god, that parry.
Oh, wow.
I take back what I said. Sly's a gamer.
I don't think I've ever seen that parry.
I've seen Sly do that before. He's really good when it comes to Calamity stuff. There's attacks that I've seen people never go for when it comes to parrying, and Sly just parries them anyways.
Alright, Pistons approaching the second set of shots on Dark Beast. Sly just about to finish the stun lock. Defeats Calamity. No, man, I think we're looking at a race where... What was it? It was those reloads and mag BTP kind of separated these two runners.
I think so, actually. I think that was really it. There wasn't much else that went wrong between the two of these guys. They both did really well in this race.
Well, I know these runs were pretty good. Piston needed 2 shots there, but this should be a comfortable sub 30 for him.
That's another good point that Sen brings up, is that Sly, in the qualifiers, he got loaded gate in every single one. So, thankfully, in this race, he actually got unloaded gate.
GG's Piston.
GG to Piston.
That was a nice pre-fire from Sly on that set. $29.33 for Piston, mid 28 with RTA timing. Okay, as we watch Sly finish off last couple of shots in Dark Beast, Piston, welcome in. GG's.
Hello, GG. So, classic question. How did you feel about that race?
Pretty good. I think I almost got 14 plat. If that harp didn't get stuck between the 3 chests.
Oh, right. I forgot about that carp.
Yeah, I was trying to get it. Then I just decided, you know what? I'll just grab the shroom because I for sure will open the chest and I don't want to do that.
Sly is now finishing up his race. GG's to Sly. So
31.12 for Sly, just north of 30.
So Piston, after finishing plateau, you were on PB pace, right? You were like about 30 something,
40 seconds ahead of PB.
40 seconds ahead of PB. Yeah. How did you feel going into Castle? How did you feel after the BTB miss? Actually, probably was
I'm actually not that worried because when I was getting a glider, I opened a Sly stream. Then I knew I was ahead, so I just played a lot safer.
Oh, okay. So you had the restream open.
I had Sly stream open, not the restream.
Oh, okay. That does make a lot more sense. There's less latency that way.
Yeah. And also I don't know how I got 5 extra arrows. I must have just picked those up without realizing. So like 80% of the plateau, I was calculating how to get exactly 7 arrows going to Blitz.
Well, for 6 Ancient Arrow, it shouldn't matter because normally the strat is to fire off all 6 Ancient Arrows right at the start, and then to pick up the bomb arrows.
I don't like to do that because I like to have the extra Ancient Arrows for backup. It's like if you fire all your juice in the beginning, what happens if you mess up? Then Calamity can just do whatever he wants.
I've been doing the same thing recently a lot. I've been experimenting with keeping the 6 Ancient Arrows for the end. And I do feel a little bit more comfortable with that. Also, welcome Sly, GG on your race.
Thank you.
So, Sly, how did you feel about that race?
It was poo-poo.
What part, Sly, were poo-poo?
Well, first and foremost, my cry BTB Wacko turn. I missed Maggie BTB because I bought time too late, and then I missed it because it turned, and then I got it. I missed Box Walk, I missed Bombs BTB and had to run. I think that was it. I think it was just a stinky plateau.
Out of all those things, what would you say is the one that annoyed you the most?
Probably Bombs BTB.
Oh yeah, that one gets really annoying to have to run all the way.
That was not cool.
Speaking of safety, Piston, at the beginning of the race, I was predicting to Noman that you'd be going for all your PB strats. So I was hoping to see Boko Shield.
Yeah, sorry.
So
about
what's your thinking right now about kind of which strats you're using for the race?
Because I knew last race I told you that I'm going Boko Shield, but I PB'd. I got a 27, so, and that's with a hot lid and a very bad flat. So I think I just do whatever it's safer. Actually, before the race, I was practicing Boko Shield, and I did feel pretty good about that. But I don't know. I decided to do hot lid from the beginning, so I'm not going to switch strat on the fly.
So actually, when throughout the race, Tao was making multiple predictions on your end, Piston, and I think he was like 0-3 or 0-4.
Yeah, I was wrong on every single one of them.
he didn't get a single one right. I was thinking like, man, he should just say like Piston's gonna get he's not gonna get a 24, and maybe he'll be wrong again. Hopefully.
Yeah, I also went for 6-inch arrows because I knew I was ahead.
Okay, so that was an on-the-fly decision.
That was not on the fly. I practiced 6-inch arrows so that I can do that if I'm like ahead.
Okay,
So
I see.
I decided that before the run. It just so happens I was indeed ahead.
Okay, that's interesting. I don't think many other runners have like branching paths based on whether they're ahead or behind.
Yeah, also I threw like 5 good runs in Castle yesterday due to the out of bounds wind bombs. Those are not the best wind bombs in the game.
All right, those are really unfriendly wind bombs. But speaking of those wind bombs, Sly actually had a very clean castle run. Actually, he nailed those mid airs and the wind bombs. Those are pretty tough. You had a really good castle. What was the segment time on that one? Do you know?
No, it was only like a 425. It looked good, but it wasn't optimal. It was just it was a bit slow.
Still does seem like a good castle to me, at least.
Well, both of you are moving on. Piston, you're gonna go up against the winner of Player 5 and Tay. Sly, you're going to the losers bracket to face Lumina next. But more importantly, the tournament switches to a best of 3 format. Does that change any of your strategies?
I don't think it matters for me because like 99.9% of the chance I think I'm going to face player 5. I think I'm gonna lose that one no matter what. So I'm just
Tay, by the way, is in chat correcting me to say that you're facing V5 next.
Yeah. I think player 5 is very good. Obviously. You can get some casual 26 pretty easily.
Player 5's pretty good, huh? I'm a little skeptical. I don't think so. Kidding, of course. I honestly, with the way that the tournament's been going, like there can be upsets at like any moment. There's been a lot already, so I feel like everybody should kind of keep their head up as they go into these races. Like there's just been a lot of unexpected things happening.
Yeah. I was watching Story-Wise versus Song earlier, and I was not expecting that.
Yeah, that or Roko versus Coency, which unfortunately, if I beat Compliment after versus Roko now, which is not gonna be a fun time. Roko is a very good runner.
Yeah, with some of the upsets, the losers bracket is looking pretty tough. All right, so sounds like both of you have a plan going ahead. Thanks for an exciting match. Some high-level play that we saw. In spite of some of Sly's troubles on plateau, we still got to see some great castle runs and
parry. A melee attack parry.
Oh, that parry!
Melee attack parry. It was all worth it in the end, just for the parry.
So actually, one more question, Sly. So, is that a parry that you normally do, or were you just frustrated at the end and decided to go for it?
No, it's just in my muscle memory from old Calamity. I used to do it because it was optimal, kind of. Then if you got into a situation where flurry rushing would be slower, so I just kind of know how to do it off the top of my head. So sometimes I just do it for the sake
I remember
of
I
it.
used to watch, like, back in the day when you would do Old Castle, like, way back when. You used to parry those all the time, and I was like, wow, man, Sly's a gamer.
How did you parry? Is it a big sword?
Yeah, it was a big sword, horizontal one.
Nice. Oh yeah, I actually missed the laser parry because of thinking too much. I should just let my hand do the parry.
Yeah, just let go of the controller. That's all I do. Just let the hands do the work.
Yeah.
Oh right, Sly, what happened in bombs? That's a good question, because
Oh, this is a funny one. So my controller, the left bumper sometimes double presses if I press it once. So when I do wind bombs, sometimes I have a chance of double pressing L and blowing myself up. And it's just my controller.
oh
Okay.
Oh.
So yeah, so you blew yourself up with a bomb and then
And
took a
died.
quarter heart ragdoll damage and died there. Whew.
So unfortunate.
Yeah, we saw your stream just explode. We were just wondering.
Right, it looked like you started the wind bomb, like you just jumped and then you just immediately just exploded, and we had no
Yeah.
idea what the hell happened.
It does that sometimes.
So moving forward into your next matches, do you guys think there's anything in particular that you're gonna do to prepare?
I guess it depends what it is, because I didn't do any preparation other than like an hour beforehand, because I had exams and stuff, exam revision. So, but maybe you'll have more time to prepare then. I guess it just depends when it is.
I'm
That's
gonna get it.
very fair, yeah. Sorry,
I'm gonna
Piston.
get it 26.
Oh. Wow. In the race, or do you mean just like you're gonna grind attempts for 26?
Like grind attempts, not in the race. Well, hopefully in the race.
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully both.
I mean, it was on 26 race. Going to castle, so if I didn't miss that BTB, maybe I'll actually go for it. I did miss the BTB and I was ahead, so I just played a lot safer.
All right, well, thanks for the race, you two.
Thank you for commentating.
Good luck on your next round.
Thank you.
ATN. Help.
Hello?
All right. I'll save you guys. I think it's fun to watch you guys struggle for a little bit sometimes. All right, so we don't have another match until 11 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, but that one is Gonna be the big one, player 5 versus Teikage, to see who Piston will match up against. And then we also have Cobb Champ versus Noman. That one is, look at another sheet, 8 p.m. Eastern on Monday. It's still not on our sheet, so I had to open the other one.
Good luck, Noman.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, so stay tuned for those. Thanks so much, everyone. I'll find someone to first rate. We'll raid Bings. He's doing Hundo. That's a
Yeah,
good
I was
idea.
about to say he's done with his break.
But yeah, thanks so much, everyone.